y'all. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all for popping in real quickly. Y'all, I don't know how long we'll be up here. I ain't even about to say, but we here right now. That part. Hello, Miss Maria Beautiful. I don't know what Miss Leave at. It should be the what? 626 where she's at. Maybe she'll get on up in here. Hey, beautiful people. Thank y'all for popping in. Child, we got to talk about this stuff right here. Child, we got to talk. That's for real. Hey Miss Sonya girl. She says, hey G again. Hey beautiful. Miss Sonya Light. Hey Miss Sonya Light, beautiful. She says, hey there, G Mars in chat. Her Sonya says, hi, Salt and Light. Miss Marissa says, good evening, squad. Welcome to the G Squad after dark. Enjoy. Not after the dark. Miss Sonya says, hi, Aunt Maria. Miss Logical One says, hey G in chat. Hey beautiful. Welcome. And Miss Maria says, house rules, no CC's names, initials only. Use nicknames for the strike happy. Use creative spelling for curse words. Over here, we agree to disagree. Respect for discourse only. All is alleged. And Miss Logical One says, hey, Asanya. Miss Sexy Diva says, hello, G Squad. Girl, I was just doing the countdown, Miss Sexy Diva. Girl, I said, it should be 6:27 where Miss Sexy Diva at, the baby of the bunch. Hey, Miss Sexy Diva, girl. Child, we're gonna chill the chat for a little bit. Child, know how Miss Sex Diva know I go to sleep on. Child, I go to sleep on the people. But I is here right now, child. I am here. Well, I tell the people I had to go over there and listen to the Breakfast Club. Shout out to them. Child, they had Chris Gotti over there, which is Irv Gotti, that has passed on, brother. Child, and he over there caught himself throwing out some shots and all that kind of stuff. Child, I tell you, you have to spend your time trying to please yourself, child. You can't please everybody. Chris Gotti is still around here mad at Ashanti. Now married to Nelly, going on and had a baby and all of that stuff. He's still a little salty, just like his brother Irv was. Talking about Ashanti didn't go to the funeral. Ashanti sent a text. He wanted no text move. Well, how about it was the thought that counted? He out there talking about she need to come see him physically and all that kind of stuff. I said these controlling men, child, it makes you sick. If they do something, mm. He said he helped her a lot, with a record deal and all that kind of stuff. Okay, we got that. We got that. But was it for free? Is the question. Was it for free? Then he go to say he loved Shanti like a little sister and all this here kind of want. But why you need to see her in physical? Then he said, he ain't got no beef with them, Nelly and Ashanti. He loved it. But why is you up there on the Breakfast Club? Call yourself out here trying to throw some shots. Okay, keep it a buck. Your brother was sick. He said he had 2 strokes. Irv didn't want to take his medication and all of that stuff. Well, after he had that first stroke, Irv didn't want to, and he didn't like to go to the doctor. But, I don't understand why this dude, I was listening, but I couldn't understand why he was so salty pertaining to Ashanti. And the good people tell me that Irv had a whole wife. Then he said that Ashanti could have went and to go see the mom or some kind of. Man, Irv, he just is bipolar as Irv. God, God rest his soul. Controlling guys that help a female along the way. And will she ever get finished thanking them? I wonder, child. I don't know. I don't know. He talking about he can meet her at a club or something. Why you gotta be doing all that? How about you meet her and Nelly at the club? How about that? How about you go over there and call Nelly and ask Nelly, can you and Ashanti meet me out for something, a lunch or something, so we could. Child, it was not that serious. For child, I can know these people. Who they do the most? I hope Miss Candy pop back up in here, child. That's another reason why I pop back on. I said, let me see if Miss Candy gonna pop on and see if we can get some movement going here. Miss Sexy Diva says, hello, Aunt Maria, my sister Maud. Miss Maria says, Salt and Light. Hey, beautiful. Glad you got home safely. Yes, absolutely. Miss Sexy Diva says, hello, Asanya. Maria says, Logical One. Hey, friend, where you been? Logical One says, hey, Aunt Maria, I have been busy traveling, but good. How about you? Miss Maria says, Sexy Diva. Hey, baby girl, little sister Ma. Patricia T says, hey, y'all. Miss Donna says, hey, y'all. Hey, Miss Donna. Logical One sounds awesome. I'm saving my coins to go somewhere. Miss Maria, where you trying to go? Miss Maria says, Patricia, hello again, my friend. Sonya says, that can FaceTime. They can FaceTime. That's it. Okay, Miss Sonya, that's it. That's all. Leave that girl alone. He trying to be out like that. If it wasn't for murder mink, or whatever it was, Ashanti wouldn't be where Ashanti is. And child, I tell you, some of these folk up here with this music industry stuff, child, they act like they God. And he did say that about his brother had a God complex or something. But the dude wasn't taking his medication, wasn't just was not listening. Just was not listening. So I don't know why he's up there crying over there on Breakfast Club, wanting me to Shanti for what? Well, that girl is married. Leave her alone and let her live her life. Oh my! See, when Nelly get the Icon, don't nobody say nothing. Don't nobody say nothing now. Miss Logical One says, Maria, I feel you, LOL. I'm saving for another trip I have coming up in November. Yeah, safe travels to you. Miss Patricia says, Ashanti had a husband and she doesn't owe them shit. To be honest, he was being disrespectful. Miss Patricia, I totally agree with you. He's a cocky bastard. That's right, I said it. Irv Gotti, brother Chris Gotti, is a cocky mofo, y'all. I ain't like the way he was coming at her. Then he trying to insinuate that the in order to get something now, she still gotta do certain things with the guy. She ain't doing all of that. Just stop that mess for Nelly and the crew come for you. Chris, go sit down. He act like he want Ashanti for himself. Child, these men are so controlling and arrogant and get on my everlasting nerve. Miss Maria says that G, my cousin wants to go to Vegas. I want to go too. Go to Europe personally. Ooh, child, I wish I could go with you. Miss Maria says, and Irv mistreated Ashanti anyway. Yeah, treated her like a 50 cent hoe. Well, allegedly. Yeah, he was not nice at all. Child, if it probably wasn't for Ja Rule and Fat Joe, she probably would have left. But yes, listening to Chris Gotti, Irv Gotti's brother, they both were like arrogant dudes, child, just arrogant, uh, I'm sure she already done thanked them. She did thank them, but in his mind, it's not enough. I don't know what that dude want. He said it wasn't in the text mood. She didn't come to the funeral. Blah 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 blah. Well, now why would you want her to be coming to the funeral when allegedly your brother Irv has a whole wife? See how disrespectful they is. See what I'm talking about? They don't care about nobody. Mm-mm. They don't care. Miss Maria says, and Herb mistreated Ashanti. Yeah, anyway, yeah. So I don't know why his brother up there still whooping and whining. Seem like to me he should have been calling out the wife, if anything. Make it make sense. Plus, it had been what, 10 years? Yes. Just crazy. Ooh, child. Ashanti, baby, you don't owe them that nothing else. They got you on Murder Inc. or whatever. You paid your way through, child. Let's let it be. It is what it is. Don't. If I were her, I wouldn't entertain. I just would not entertain his brother Chris at this time. Nope, no show wouldn't. He said that Irv had like two strokes, and said when he had the first one, somebody found him, and they were trying to take Irv to the hospital. Irv didn't want to go. See how he's just hard headed. Men so hard headed, y'all, when they get sick. Well, Irv didn't want to go to the hospital, so the dude told him to stand up. Irv couldn't stand up by himself because see, Irv wanted to be walking around here eating it in and everything he saw in sight. Herb, you can't do that shit. After then, he told me, I'm gonna take my medicine. I'm gonna take my medicine. Well, right about now, he's done landed your behind back over this property in somebody's hospital. Go on over there and get your treatments. Said his left side was messed up and all of that. Y'all know when men get sick, they get ill. For real. Just plain out ear. Miss Sexy Deep says she's paying them dust by ho. Yes, I mean, I don't like the men that be trying to like force a female to do something. I'm sure she said thank you a thousand times. He just mad because she didn't show up. And then said Fat Joe came late, but Fat Joe dad had passed as well. So, dude, you ain't all of that. Come on, everybody got stuff going on. If they sent a note, that they sent flowers, Ashanti sent flowers, that still wasn't enough. So, you know what? Let him do what he gonna do. Let him do what he gonna do. Pastor John Gray, get your nappy head up here. I don't even know how to. Oh Lord, Pastor John Gray. I was trying to have some high hopes for you. I really was. Um, you have a beautiful family. I don't know why Avenger, I think that's her name, is still there with you. Child, if anybody seen Pastor Gray, child, Pastor Gray ain't no looker. I'm going ahead and tell y'all that. But I was hoping so many years back that Pastor Gray was gonna get himself together. Pastor Gray can't seem to pull it together. Pastor Gray, I'm gonna need you to stay out in them that women's house. Call yourself going over there to heal and pray for somebody. Cause see, when you go over there and do that kind of stuff, Pastor Gray, it seems like to me you get yourself in a little taste of trouble. Pastor Gray, you can't have all the women. I know that God is a forgiving God. But sure, he not gonna keep forgiving you for the same sin, Pastor Gray. What is wrong with you? Pastor Gray starting to piss me off right now. Miss Maria says not everybody that show up have been called. Miss Maria, what are we gonna do with Pastor Gray? Pastor Gray think he's supposed to have all the women, y'all. Pastor Gray done been in the hospital cheering. Pastor Gray he had to have, I think it was open heart surgery. The good Lord done brought Pastor Gray a mighty long way. A mighty long way. Pastor Gray goes through the emotions. Pastor Gray heals. He's able to get out and about again. But when Pastor Gray get up and out and about again, Pastor Gray go back to doing the same old, same old. I'm like, make sense. Pastor Gray out there cheating again, Miss Salt and Light. Pastor Gray got a cheating demon on the inside. Yo, what's wrong with these men folk today? I'm awake. Pastor Gray ain't learning nothing. How many times is it gonna take you, Pastor Gray? You mess around and have a heart attack on one of them there women out there? Lord, I cannot with Pastor Gray, child. I was rooting for him, child. I was. Miss Candy said Pastor Gray should be called Demon Gray. That part right there, Miss Candy, it don't make no sense. He's taking advantage of his wife, his family, and you know one thing about the people, they say God will forgive you X amount, but not for the same sin. You go to God and ask Him to forgive you, and then you go back out there and do that same sin all over again. No, it don't work like that. I just don't think it worked like that. Pastor Gray need to go get some healing. He needs some intense therapy. And Avenger need to go ahead and leave him. Child, I just go to show people. It doesn't matter your size, how beautiful you is, your skin tone. It don't matter about none of that. When he's here, and I'm about to say it, child, about to say it. Lord, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm about to say it. I'm gonna say it. If these here bastards want to cheat, child, that's just what they're gonna do. He's taking the advantage of his family to me. Pastor Gray, shame on you. Shame on you, Pastor Gray. This ain't your first go round. First go round, you out there crying and carrying on. Now y'all here steady doing the same old mess. I tell y'all, the people that be having these open heart surgeries, they, to me, they seem like they some of the most dangerous people I've ever seen. Miss Executive says Pastor Grace stay lying and cheating, and that wife stay for the money. So, oh well. Ooh, child. Well, that's what they say. Every time he get caught up out there, he go and buy having just something. He go out there and buy something. Miss Candy says, who is cheating with him? He looks like he smells. Ooh, he started off so good. Fame has ruined him. Yes, yes, Miss Candy. I totally agree. Child, you know what the people say? It's somebody for everybody. Pastor Grace feeling himself, child. Yeah, he roll up there to them women house, child. Talking about he gonna lay his hands on them. He gonna pray for them. Well, that better be in that church house. They better be in the church. Child. Mm. Controlling, 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 controlling. Miss Sexy Diva says how he know that wife ain't leaving. She loved that cheating demon funky ass. Ooh, child. Miss Candy says, I wonder what Joel Osteen is saying. Child, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. That's what I'm trying to say. Shame on you, John Gray. Mm, 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 mm. Child, the good Lord is sure enough on his way back. He's on his way back. But the people think that just because they keep saying, Lord, forgive me, everything is all right. I go back out there and do it again. Well, Pastor Gray, you done had open heart surgery. You're pertinently like not made it out of that heart surgery. You came through the heart surgery. You healed. Avenger is still right there with you. And the cheering. You get well. And what you do? Go right back out there and do the same thing. Same thing. Miss Maria says Pastor Gray gonna have to give an account in that judgment. Yes, absolutely. And if I were Avenger, his mom and daddy can't keep telling me, baby, just stay with him, baby. Just stay right there. It must be something he just going through. He go through that ish by himself. Next time his butt laying in the hospital, y'all gonna be over there, not me. Out there playing Russian roulette with his wife's life and the cheering. Pastor Gray, shame on you. No, I'm about to be pissed off with Pastor Gray. For real. Doggone it. If the pastor come over my house, his wife better be with him. Else I ain't opening the door. I know that's right, Miss Maria. I'm not about to let him in. Cause see, if I wasn't on that level and that was the level he was on, even though I'm not on it, somebody gonna flip it and say, I was on the same level that he was on. Child. The way the people say Pastor Gray be doing, I'm surprised Pastor Gray ain't got caught up in some grape situation. I wouldn't be surprised, Pastor Gray. Why? Why, Pastor Gray, is you letting that demon use you like that? What's wrong with you? What's going on with you, Pastor Gray? Mm. He started smelling himself, child. That's the way all I can look at it. Pastor Gray started smelling himself. Miss Candace says, you teach people how to treat you. She is allowing it at this point. Absolutely, Miss Candace. She most certainly is. I don't get it. I think in the beginning she was going to leave and he begged her to stay, saying, it wasn't true. He ain't doing nothing. Blah, 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 blah. Well, what is it now, Pastor Gray? Ooh. Mm, mm. Child, for the good people, I just think the devil is attacking these men, making them think they some sort of God complex or something, child. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm sick of hearing about Pastor Gray cheating on his family. Another Martell who. Then when they get left out there by themselves, they sitting over there looking foolish in the face. Oh, Miss Nice says, I heard a man who had heart issues and died in the neighbor's bed in the middle of the act. His kids had to clean him up and carry him to put him in his own bed before their mom come home. That's horrible. Mm, mm, mm. See what I'm talking about? See right there? I look at that as being a dangerous man. He has no fear of God. He don't know what can happen while he over there playing with them other women. This Maria says something like that's diabolical. It is. It's terrible. Then they be wondering why they ain't got nobody in the congregation and all of that kind of stuff. Look at the mess you doing. For what? Child, I'm telling y'all, I'm really disappointed in Pastor Gray. I was feeling a little taste of sympathy for him when it first came out. I was. I ain't even about to lie. But Pastor Gray ain't, and don't look like he trying to stop and get himself together. Only person Pastor Gray worried about is his own self. Mm. Pastor Gray, is you a narcissist? Is that what's going on with you? Where's the elder pastors at? They can step down and get all up in your face and tell you, son, what is you doing? How many women do you need, Pastor Gray? Mm. Pastor Gray's little taste of money and this here church has got him in his feelings, people. Pastor Gray think he's got it going on. And at this point in time, I mean, he probably saying he went out and bought her something expensive the last time she stayed. I just keep on doing that. To do what I want to do. That's what it looked like. Going to be like color purple. He's unalived on me. That part right there. That part right there. Mm-hmm. Miss Candy, I came back out here too to see if you want to pop back up here. I tried to again. She says they don't start to care until they lose everything that matters to them, their reputation, family, and money. Yeah, I mean, there's so many men that they see on the TV that has did that had this stuff has happened to them. I don't know why they think they're untouchable and this same situation can't happen to them. Do anybody learn? Is they paying attention? What is really going on? I drop it, Miss Candy. Let's see what happened. Hopefully it'll work. But yeah, I'm just disgusted with Pastor Gray right now. They can have it all, y'all. These men can have it all and still they want more. Will they ever be satisfied? Miss Patricia says, what did Whoopi ask? How he die? On top of me. Hey, Miss Patricia. Miss Maria said, child, I just had to turn this puppy upside down. He got up on the sofa and chewed up the throat pillow. Not chewed up the throat pillow, Miss Maria. Not the pillow. Lord have mercy. Mm. Uh, she said she can try. She tried. She had to reboot. It took forever. Child, this Scream Your Miss is something special, child. It is. But yeah, I had to pop back on for Miss Candy and this Chris Gotti and Pastor Gray. I'm disappointed. Pastor Gray has given me a headache, y'all. I ain't even about to lie to y'all. He has. Hey, Miss Candy. Hey. Child is me, Miss Candy again. You not on mute. Oh, I don't know what kind of device Miss Candy got going on. When I talk, okay, Miss Candy, I'm a mute. You try to talk. I'm gonna mute myself. I can hear you like moving around or something, but no sound. Mm-mm. Who else down there? It says to leave. Hop up here for a few minutes. And let's see what is. You trying to come through? I don't know either, Miss Candy. It's probably some good knowledge Miss Candy trying to give us, the good people up over here. And the devil is trying to intervene, child. He's just trying to intervene. He don't want her to put it out there for the good people. Child, she done fell down. I don't know. It should be simple though. All you do is just tap on the link and take yourself off mute and just start talking. I don't know why it's not working or what kind of device she's on. Miss Candy, you on your phone? Maybe try with your phone. I don't know. Miss Maria says that Patricia, hey friend. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all. Pastor Gray done pissed me off all over again. He needs to go get him some therapy. He needs to go find him somebody to talk to. Mm. Pastor Gray said, you ain't got to be fine, fine. All you got to do is roll up with a baseball cap on and a nice ride, and the girls gonna flock to you. Oh, child. Mm, 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 mm. These men's got a twist, y'all. They live every day like it's their last day, I guess. They don't care. They don't see no danger in sight. They don't worry about, am I going to wake up in the morning and am I here sinning, 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 doing all this foolery? Um, okay, Miss Candy. Lord, please let it work. Miss Something Like said, is her Bluetooth connected? She may need to cut the Bluetooth off to make sure it's not connectors connected to her headset. Um, yeah, whenever you up here, you can't use those types of devices. It won't go through your Bluetooth or your headset. hmm That makes it really hard. I don't even see her thing moving right now. No. Mm-mm. But yeah, child. Hey, Miss Cheryl. Okay, she said she just turned the Bluetooth off. Yeah, when you doing it, um getting on the panel, you can't have none of that because it's gonna make it um hard for you to connect. I can hear you like moving, but I can't hear nothing you saying. Miss Cheryl says, hello everyone, Seattle's here. Miss Maria says, Miss Cheryl, what's shaking in Seattle? What's shaking, girl? We'll be talking about Pastor Gray, 'cause he done got on my everlasting nerve. Sound like a little something, Miss Candy. You're not muted. Mm, let's see. Oh, sound like you're trying to come through, Miss Candy. What you on your phone or computer or what? Um, Miss Cheryl says it's what? It's raining and snowing. Sure, not the snow already. Uh-uh. I cannot. Mm, 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 mm. Miss Candy's got some technical difficulties, y'all, going on still. But yeah, I had to come up here. I listened to Chris Gotti over there on the Breakfast Club. Y'all don't know if y'all ever go over there and listen to the Breakfast Club, but they have some real interesting topics and stuff going on over there. Well, I just didn't like he want Ashanti to beg him for whatever the reason. Um, okay, Miss Candy, whatever the reason it is, he act like he has a thing for Ashanti or something. And he they're talking about, oh, I'm cool with Nelly. I'm cool with Nelly. I said to myself, they don't want that dude to act a fool. They don't want him to act a fool. And anything that Ashanti did, he was always like criticizing it, saying she did that too late. She did that too late. Dag, dude, that wasn't his wife. But he's sitting there throwing the shots out at Ashanti. But the dude, his brother has a whole wife. Oh my goodness, child. I guess maybe he want to say, um, Irv had his wife and his. I don't know what situation Irv and Ashanti had going on, child. I don't know. I don't know, but the Irv was trying to take ownership, and he had a whole wife. So I was like, well, okay then, let's make that make sense. He was all mad when she went back to Nelly. But you got a wife, partner. Child, Irv and Chris, those are some controlling men. Miss Maria says, at Miss Cheryl, you can keep that. It was low 80s and sunny today. Miss Cheryl says, a little mix. Ooh. Maria says, Nelly ain't gonna be cool with Gotti in a minute. Yeah, I wouldn't blame him. Stop calling her name. Stop calling her out. Let them be. No, she not got married to Nelly now. They got, you know, all of that. They got married. They have a little KK and all of that. So what's your problem? When I tell y'all that dude going over there to the Breakfast Club, that dude was up there like Ashanti was his woman. I said, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Mm, 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 mm. So sad. I guess they just want them all, child. They feel like they supposed to have all the girls everywhere. You know, he did let the people know that, and more so, um, they kept Ashanti safe, and even with Ja Rule, I don't think Ja Rule will let nothing happen to her and Fat Joe. So I don't know about this Chris Gotti dude, arrogant, bald headed bastard him. Ugh. Mm-mm. I said, I think Nelly a little cray cray. I think Nelly just a little taste of cray cray. I said they don't want to get that food right there started. Mm-mm. Miss Maria says this ain't Pokemon. I gotta catch them all. So I don't know what he gotta catch. Chris need to go catch a flight. Go sit down somewhere. Trying to make something. Ugh. Mm, mm. Child, back over here to Pastor Gray. Did Pastor Gray lose some weight? I guess evidently it didn't matter, child. Way back then, child, he still had that weight on him. I used to love to look at him and his wife's show. I really did when they had it on. But child, even then, Pastor Gray was going out there to go over there to some girl's house to pray. That what he said? Mm-hmm. Soon as the cameras is turned off, Pastor Gray, what were you doing? You can come over here and sit beside me. And that's how it started. Sit on over here beside the pastor. What you got going on? We're going to pray for you. Lord, Pastor, I just don't know how I'm going to get this light bill paid, Pastor. There's so much going on, child, and stuff, Pastor Gray. Oh, don't you worry about that light bill. Sure, I make sure that get taken care of. Mm-hmm. You know how they do. Um, Miss Maria says all that running around that made him drop some pounds. Well, Miss Maria, that probably played a part in it, but I think it was when Pastor Gray had that heart attack. That thing was really serious. They was talking like Pastor Gray wasn't gonna pull through, and he done pulled through, came through, supposed to be doing a whole lot better, and this is what you get back out there and do again. Lord have mercy. I don't understand. When you have health issues like that, shit, that stuff should scare you to death. Just scare you to death. But then y'all know what? So many people be like, God is a forgiving God. He'll forgive you. He'll forgive you. He'll forgive you. He'll forgive you. But for forgiving you for that same sin that you already asked Him to deliver you from, I don't understand that part right there. That's the part that gets me. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I can't make that make no sense out of that right there. Mm. But y'all know y'all gonna be looking at the Braxtons. I meant to ask y'all earlier. Child, I'm gonna have to tune in to the Braxtons over there on the Whyyy channel. Y'all make sure y'all look at it too if you can, if you want to. Miss Maria says, I'm telling y'all, pastors coming around, he better be accompanied by a church mother or deaconess and church nurse or something. Not the church nurse, Miss Maria. All of that. Yes, all of that. That part right there. All right, Miss Candy. Miss Maria says she cannot deal with Tamar's muppet looking ass. Ooh, child. Just go on in on her then, bless her heart. I tell y'all something that I don't think I'm going to be looking at, and that's that dumb tail Bell Collective. I don't want to look at that. That girl Latricia, she was up there with Carlos and Claudia and Dustin, Carlos, and she had like she had just worse than Tuna Cat is, child. Mm-mm. They asked her why she didn't have her wedding ring on. Okay, make this make sense, child. We can be up here long. They asked that chick why you don't have your wedding ring on. She said, Glenn is well. What that got to do with that? I can hear you a little bit breathing, Miss Candy. It don't look like you're saying nothing because your thing is not moving. Miss Maria Tamata, I can't even remember what was going on with Bell Collector. Child, look like it's gonna be a hot mess. And they had, I guess, Carlos thinking, making her think she's the star of the show or something, child. I don't know, but they said her and Leticia, or whatever that girl name is, they're not getting along. Say that again, Miss Candy. I don't know. It just sounds like something is something whatever you're using. It's like a muzzle or something is on it. I don't know. Miss Maria says that was a mind your damn business answer. Well, see, Claudia told her Miss Maria that the raindrops were down there wanting to know why she didn't have a ring on. She didn't have no business over there. She didn't want to answer the question. That's just the way I look at it. She know how nosy Carlos is. Ugly sis. Mm. I don't know where Miss Carla's at. I got to hit her up tomorrow. But Tuna Cat was over there live, child. I could not. Mm-mm. Yeah, it sounds like she underwater, don't it, Miss Maria? Miss Maria says, sound like you underwater, Miss Candy. I don't know. That's weird. Even on your phone, you just see the live, you tap on it. You want to join the panel, you tap on that link, take yourself off mute, and that's basically it. That's what it used to be. Like I said, y'all, StreamYard been doing some stuff. Y'all ain't no telling what they done did. Uh, Miss Maria says, don't be agreeing to an interview if you don't want to answer the question. Absolutely. But I think she did that because she feeling herself and she want the girls to know. that I was the first one over there on Carlos's podcast. He reached out to me, but she's a hot mess. She got low self esteem as well. That's what it looked like. And Carlos gonna drag her. Glenn ain't no looker. Glenn, Pastor, all y'all get over there in the corner somewhere. Men ain't got no sense, y'all. Miss Maria says it did take me several attempts to join the chat that evening. Mm, I don't know. It seemed like it shouldn't be that hard. I don't know what's going on. Mm, I can hear her trying. It's not a whole lot she gonna be able to do. You just she's not on mute. Yeah, I can hear you. She said I can hear you, but you can't hear me. No, can't hear you, Miss Candy. None of us can hear you. Mm. She said I got on my laptop some problem. Mm, mm. She said I got on my laptop same problem. I'm not sure what it is. That's weird. I really don't know what that is. Cause like I said, you shouldn't have to go through all of that. It's just really simple. Just tap on the link, make sure you're not muted, and you just start talking. Mm, whenever I bring you up. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be looking at no bill collector child. It didn't even look like it's gonna be interesting, but he just so she said I will have to get my IT guy a guru over here. It's easy. Yeah. um yeah, Carlos ain't doing nothing but sitting at that girl up. She too slow to realize what he getting ready to do to her. So, everybody want to be first. Everybody got to stand out. One want to always outshine the other. So when you outshine and you get what you get, that's it. It is what it is. Um, but the girls gonna be over there laughing. And child, they gonna bring his side piece gonna be up there. Is Belle even coming back? It's supposed to come on this coming up Saturday, Miss Maria. And Glenn's side piece gonna be up there talking to what that girl name? The one where her husband be snatching on her. Miss Kenny says, all I will share with y'all all of the water is gone out of the grocery store. Maybe because of the looming government shutdown. Wow. Well, you be careful out there, Miss Candy. We'll get it. If not tonight, we'll come back on tomorrow. And we'll just keep trying until we get you on up here, child. Because we the good people love for somebody to get up here and got some advice, some a good word for us, child. We love a good word. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be. I don't think I'm gonna look at Bell Collector. I don't. Carlos just trying to get one of them shows, and he already probably figuring that LAMH is done. So he probably hoping and trying to hype up Bell Collective child to get some numbers, so he can try to hang on to own. Ain't nobody buying that crap. Nobody don't care. Mm-mm. Um, Miss Kenny says if you all are on chronic medication, start getting 90-day prescriptions. Ooh. Miss Candy says, Miss Maria says that Candy, oh man, I guess I'll order some on Amazon. Miss Candy says, I think we are going to go through a dark period. Mm. Wow. Yeah, so y'all make sure y'all get your medication out there. Check with your pharmacist, tomorrow. And you can probably say, well, I got a half a bottle, I got this bottle or whatever. If you can get it, get it. Get it refilled ASAP, just so you can have it. But child, we don't never know what's gonna go on in this world right here with that orange dude. And Lord have mercy. If Medicaid is cut, lots of the elders will be thrown out of the nursing home. Oh my goodness. That is so sad. Miss Maria says with Alicia and her hubby gone, Belle doesn't have anybody that's really successful business person or even interesting. Miss Candy says, I would get a stock of batteries, matches, soap, laundry detergent, and non perishable food items. Ooh, child, what we about to go into, Miss Candy? A crisis? Akeisha, yeah. Candy says 100,000 people are planning to resign from the federal government tomorrow. Oh, wow. Mm, 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 mm. Child, I tell y'all this life is so scary. You just never know what tomorrow will bring. It's just like you can be up today and tomorrow your whole world be turned upside down. Be looking around trying to figure it out. What I do now? Miss Candace says they are putting up steel barriers around the White House tonight. Child, they got something going on, don't they? Mm, 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 mm. The Trumpster done got us in on some more mess. Miss Maria says they candy, and they'll have nothing to fall back on because before you enter the nursing home, you have to liquidate everything. Wow, that is so terrible. That's what I'm saying, y'all. We don't know what tomorrow is gonna bring. It feels like a recession already to me. You want to know the truth? It just don't feel right no more. I don't know. Miss Maria says, hell, I can climb the fence around the White House. You better not be out there climbing no fence. Miss Candace says that Maria, I can't tell you the number of patients I've seen dumped into the ER because families won't take care of them. Hey, Miss Deborah, she says, hey, G Mods and chats. Hey, beautiful. Mm. Well, and lots of time, Miss Candy, they ain't even safe at the nursing home. I'm telling y'all, it's like these people, they don't care about you. What they say, cleanliness is next to godliness. Child, these people don't be cleaning them nursing homes. If they ain't cleaning the hospitals like they used to, God knows they're not doing the nursing home. Oh, child, just, they be like, I ain't doing it. And just let the people lay there. Just let them lay there in that stuff. Mm, Miss Candy says, on you all, keep some cash on you all at all times. Small bills. Y'all listening? She putting it down there. I'm reading. I hope y'all, the people up in here, taking heed to it. Child, something is about to pop off and go on. Mm, 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 mm. Wow. She says Medicaid pays for room and board at the nursing homes. Miss Maria says that Candy, you don't have to tell me. When I worked at the hospital, my job was to identify the uninsured and forward their info to the department that finds programs or grants for their coverage. Miss Maria says that at Deborah, she says, good evening. Miss Patricia said, ever since JJ and Gucci left, they have been getting along well with his children. Carlos ain't nothing about a bunch of Miss Patricia. He just out here to kill, steal, and destroy, honey. That's what he is. He about to drag that girl. She up there just a granny. Glenn as well. She too that. I don't like her. That probably be a reason why I don't look at it. Miss Deborah says I have always kept cash on me. My daddy spoke um of the things happens like this years ago. Mm, 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 mm. Well, y'all make sure y'all can get. If you're getting taking medication, y'all make sure y'all get your medication. Check on it tomorrow. Get your refills. Just have it just in case, child. Because right now we don't know what's getting ready to happen, and we don't have a clue about what's going on. Mm-mm. Um, and then Trump up here, child. Miss Deborah says, "Hey, Miss Maria, just never know." Miss Sonia says, "Will you be watching Real Housewives of Potomac?" Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna look at that too. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be looking at them as well. Miss Maria says, "I have started keeping some cash for just in case. Uh, it's been getting canned goods and non-perishable." Mm. Child, I remember you can go and get a can of this and a couple of cans of string beans, two for $1 and all that stuff. Child, you can't hardly be getting that stuff like that no more. Mm-mm. Miss Ain says, "Hey, Deborah, everything's so expensive, child. Like these people don't care whether we eat it or not. Is Heart and Hustle coming back? I haven't heard yet, Miss Maria. I sure hope and pray that it does come back on. It was really good. It was really, really a good show. But then I heard this show that I hope and pray that don't come back on. Y'all know that old dark show. They talking about here. They're trying to possibly bring on some new people up there on the show. He needs to do a clean sweep, but he ain't got the brain. He don't have the mindset to look for new people that could share positive things on that show. I think he done got so used to the ratchet and the rah rah and all the foolery. So he probably don't even care. He ain't about to do that. Mm-mm. He not about to do all of that. But child, Miss Candy couldn't come back up here. So hopefully, maybe tomorrow. Um, Miss Maria says, "My grandfather lived through the Depression. He made sure we knew how to prepare. Mom taught us how to scratch a meal." Child, that's the truth. And nowadays, it don't really take a whole lot. I can survive off of some vegetables, y'all. I really can. Some string beans and all of that. I can survive off of that stuff. Miss Candy says, "If you think about it, they are still fussing about the same things they were arguing about from the beginning." That part right there. But they said that girl Letitia, she ain't got nothing. I don't know why Carla was trying to boost her head up like that. This winter is supposed to be very hard. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Miss Candy, can it get any harder than the ones we already done faced? Child, that is the question. Oh my goodness. Mm. But it's like this right here, y'all. If you got a little spare, $5 or $10, you see something that you can use, possibly just get it and stock up on it. And just have it on standby just in case. You never know. Don't forget batteries and those little flashlights and all that kind of stuff, child. Put your special little spot to the side and just start storing that little stuff as you go along and see it. Because really, we don't know what's going to happen. Miss Kenny says it would not be so bad if the Orange Man were not in office. um, Miss Something Nice says it exceeds to get those gardens going. You don't need a lot of space. Some things can be grown inside under a grow light. Yes, Miss Salt and Light, absolutely. So if y'all are in a position that can plant your little garden for the fall, you can do some collards and mustard greens. Thanksgiving and stuff is coming up. Plant us a plenty. Go out there and get it, clean it up, and put it in the freezer. Um, I have typed through that stuff. I type low typos. I guess Miss Maria says it can if he was not in the country. Child, they need to put him on a skirt and send him back wherever he came from. How about that? That's what they can do for that Orange Man. Y'all know what? He got the people bodyguarding him, and he eating well and probably eating a whole lot of stuff he's not supposed to be eating. He don't care about the people. Uh-uh. He do not care. Typos. Yeah, Miss Candace says yes. You can freeze light bread, bacon, chicken, ground beef. Mm-hmm. Miss Maria says it's something like we know what you're saying. Yes, absolutely. Get out there in that garden. Child, to tell you the truth, the stuff they putting in the food and stuff, you be better off. Learn how to eat vegetables. You can survive. Miss Candace said the hospitals are closing. Lots of the nurses are getting laid off. Look at that. Ain't that something, y'all? Jesus. Miss Deborah says the orange man is the one that has put this country in a position. He wants to be a dictator, not a president, and that is dangerous. He don't care because he's not have to he don't have to worry about the stuff that common folks have to worry about. Their children, how they gonna feed the children. I mean, because if you really think about it, the people that's getting EBT or whatever, child, with the prices of this food, oh my God, and they've got about like 4 kids in their house. Man, they barely they holding on by the end of the month. Somebody's got to come out of pocket to get some more food. Miss Maria says that candy, freeze milk, butter, and fruit juice. I be trying to freeze everything. Miss Maria, I love that stuff that's been frozen and you go reach back up over there. You know, like that, them greens and stuff, Miss Salt and Light be getting out in the garden, squash and all that kind of stuff, child. Ooh, Candy says, yes, and Maria, I keep lots of butter. Mm, 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 mm. Child, I think everybody in the world is afraid of the unknown. The unknown will tear your nerves all to pieces. Not knowing what's gonna happen, how long you got, all that stuff. Here today, gone tomorrow. It's crazy. She says Miss Candy says keep a box of grits or oatmeal, something you can add water to and heat. Mm-hmm. And something like says, I heard that people can not use food stamps to get what? To get snacks and candy. I think they was trying to do that in certain cities. Miss Salt and Light. I don't know if it's all over as of yet. But that is something that they are trying to stop. Miss Sonia says my baby daughter just passed her NCLEX. Now she's a LPN. Yes, Miss Sonia. We're so happy for our internet niece. Yes. Miss Candy says it's better to be prepared, absolutely, than unprepared. Miss Maria says, and they want you to be destitute and living in a box before approving um, you for EBT. Yeah, I've always had a problem with that, especially when it comes to the elderly people. The elderly people should be top priorities as far as the EBT goes. Stop asking them people all them questions in their personal life to give them $5 or $10. What you gonna buy with that? Miss Maria says, I got oatmeal and instant potatoes. Ooh, I ain't had no instant potatoes. Miss Deborah says, no, he only care about himself and his billionaire friends, not people of color. He is trying to defund Black American. Miss Candy says, congrats at Sonya. Yes, congratulations. Miss Hester Davis says, congratulations to your daughter, Miss Sonya. Miss Light says, congratulations. Miss Maria says that Sonya, congrats. Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Child, I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, it seemed like the nurses was making all that money at some point in time. Now they gotta go so far out or whatever just to kind of like make ends meet. Child, it's just getting ugly out here. Miss Sound Light says collards are so easy to grow. You harvest and they keep growing back. You can grow in food safe 5-gallon buckets. Child, ain't nothing like some garden food. You ask me. You know what's in it. You gonna cook it and the way you want it. But yeah, I don't be trusting the people in these restaurants. I really don't. Mm-mm. And people don't want to be at work that day, child. Ain't no telling what they about to feed me. I be like, mm-mm, mm-mm. Child, you can get you some string beans and put you some bacon in there or some whatever the seasoning meat you want, child. Y'all, you can actually get cook enough string beans in that meat, put them in a little bag, put that in the freezer, child. Go over there and get it when you get ready. To you wanna got a little taste for some string beans, child, or whatever. Anything, string beans, butter beans, pinto beans can be put in a cup, put in the freezer. Child, there are lots of ways, lots of things you can do to try to have a little food to survive around whatever we're getting ready to go through. We just don't know. Maria says at school, Miss Sonia says, thanks all. Ask Coleslaw what's NCLEX. I bet she doesn't know because she's not in the nursing school. Miss Sonya, you play too much, Miss Sonya. We already know she ain't in no nursing school, but it just surprises me. Sometimes, y'all, I be on the YouTube street and I be listening to these people and they be saying it just like it's the gospel. She's in nursing school now. Really? She's in, Martell sent her to nursing school. I be like, Lord, where these people come from? Miss Maria says, I got some bacon in the freezer, gonna get some stew meat too. Yes. Miss Salt Light says, in high school, we had a friend that worked in fast food. He would get mad and fart on the food. Oop. See what I'm talking about? See what I mean right there, Miss Candy? I mean, Miss Salt Light. That's exactly what I'm talking about, child. I gamble with my own. I just take the chance. And if that means cause for some reason I really don't like meat like that no more. I might eat it by spells. I try, but just give me some vegetables, some string beans, some collards, you know, butter beans or stuff like that. Man, I can survive off of that. Um, Miss Maria says Nart can't even send himself to the license war. I don't know, Miss Maria, but for me, that was one where it seemed like the people just took it and ran with it. They was like that was the gossip licensing board. They seemed like Martell was telling the truth on that. Oh, that's what he said. He said he sent him to school. Anybody can say that. I was like, oh my God, these people are crazy. I don't get it. And Miss Maria said she got her some peanut butter jelly and crackers. Child, there ain't no time to be feeling embarrassed or no ways tired about trying to have some stuff to survive, child. Because I'm telling you, you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Just have no clue. None at all. So you got to do what you got to do to be prepared. You never know. Your neighbor might not be as fortunate. Maybe you can get him a sandwich or something like that right there, child. I'm just saying to the people. Mm-mm. Just saying. But anyway, child, we're about to get on up off of here. Prayers up to the people in the world. Get this man out of office, child, cause he's so dangerous. He don't care. Could care less. Miss Maria says, I heard an elder say, a man that feeds you can also starve you. Miss Sain says, coleslaw doesn't even have a pair of scrubs. Miss Candy says, I hope Hotel would get himself together for himself. People around him need to stop enabling him. That part right there. But you know, Miss Candy, all these old thirsty women out here, child, that ain't gonna never happen. I just see it already. He probably say they more against me than they is for me, but I don't care. He just pop back on out and keep on doing what he doing, child. And he goes along like he has not did one thing. That's the scary part. That is really the freaking scary part. So To the women that want to be in Martell whole circle, let them have them, child. All I want him to do is just marry anybody. Anybody. That's all I need him to do. hmm Miss Candy says, I actually feel sorry for him because he is such a. You feel sorry for him? Girl, he is such a fool, she said. If you want to feel sorry for him, Miss Candy, we'll let you feel sorry for him. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Prayers up for the people in the world, child. We got to keep praying, praying for better days. I tell you, we losing some all kinds of people. In a few minutes, ain't nobody gonna have no job. Y'all do know they was talking about the robots taking over in these stores, Walmart, and different places, child. We just don't never know. We just live once every live second by second. That's all I know. But anyway, Miss Candy says, say your prayers, everyone. Yes, y'all, say your prayers. Pray, pray, pray. We got to keep praying. Absolutely. Tomorrow, we are in the DV Awareness Month. We're going into the month of October, y'all. So keep praying, keep praying. We do know Mel has these 2 court cases coming up this month. So we got to keep on praying about that as well. Victory shall be hers in the mighty name of Jesus, child. She is going to get victory out of all of this mess. Miss Salt and Light says the Bible is coming to life. Yes, ma'am, it is. Um, Miss Maria says that Candy, being a fool is a choice. I don't feel no ways tired. She said, Miss Candy says, Amen. Amen. But anyway, Miss Candy, I hope you get everything straight so you can pop up here with me tomorrow. And we're gonna chat some more. But yeah, I just had to pop on because Pastor Gray just he got me worked up this evening, child. I'm so sick of hearing him about him cheating on his wife. Now she get out there and do what he's doing, he lose his whole mind. They're gonna have to go over there and put him back in the hospital and do surgery on him all over again. His whole heart gonna come out of his body. Sometimes you might just have to teach a little brother. Probably ain't got nothing but a little old pickle anyway. Let me get off this thing. Anyway, I love y'all. Thank y'all for popping in, child. As always, I love y'all so much. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll get back up here, chat it up just a little bit more because tomorrow is the beginning of October. So yes, there's a lot going on in the month of October, child. A whole lot is going on. So yes, prayer, prayer, prayer for the world, the country. Get the Trumpster up out of there. And prayers for mere victory shall be hers and all of the above. Thanks for the good info, Miss Candy. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Miss Candy. We love y'all. We love you. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night.